Hi and welcome to week 8. You've reached the final week of the course. Thanks for hanging in there with me. We're going to cover 3 topics this week. The first one is non-renewable energy resources, and non-renewable means that once we have them, we're going to use them up. There won't be any left, or if there is, it would take the earth millions of years to regenerate this. We're going to look at oil, gas, and coal, and these are the non-renewable resources. It would take, if you have plants and they go and they're buried and there's enough heat to turn them into oil, it would take millions of years. So we're going to look at how we extract these products from the earth, the different methods that we use, whether you have a coal mine and you strip and you take the entire top off the mountain to reach the coal, or whether you're drilling for oil in the deep ocean at 7,000 feet. And we all remember what happened with the BP well in the Gulf of Mexico. So the techniques that we use to drill, but also the environmental safeties we try and put in to help safeguard against these, what happens if there is pollution, and then how do we go and how do we clean up areas where the extraction, the production, or the use of these resources may be causing pollution, that we can come in and we can actually clean up the environment around them. The second thing that we're going to talk about this week is renewable energy sources, and most of you have probably heard of solar power and windmills. We're going to look at waves and tides, geothermal energy, sources that are continuously available on the earth, that we can harness them, and they are a renewable resource because the wind isn't going to stop blowing. And we're going to look at the fact that you're not putting in the major pollutants into the earth or into the atmosphere when you use these resources. The final thing that we're going to talk about this week is minerals and mining. And if you have a copper deposit and you find it and it's in the middle of the mountains or it's in the middle of the prairies, when you go to extract that copper out of the ground, you're going to use different techniques. And this can disturb the land around it, the physical land around it. Also, when you extract these minerals and you go to separate the mineral from the rest of the rock, you're using some toxic chemicals to remove the copper from the rock. And we're going to look at what is used in these processes, and then ways that this mine draining, or the rocks that are left over, which are called the tailings, how these can either pollute the environment, or how we can safely store these, how we can renew the water that might be being used in the mineral extraction process. So we're going to look at how we currently mine, and we're going to look at ways that are being developed to make mining more safe for the environment. We have non-renewable minerals. If you look at your lithium-ion battery, you use rare earth elements are used in that, and they're ones that are obviously rare, but there's a finite supply of these, and when we've extracted these and used them all, there is no more. So companies are developing new technologies and new ways to recycle old material so that they're not dependent on pulling the minerals out of the ground. If the minerals deplete, then they no longer have a business. And Apple just announced for its iPhones that the minerals that it is using, they've decided, rather than relying on resources that are being extracted in a different country, they're actually going to find ways to recycle these elements and these minerals from existing products, so that then they can recycle them. They don't go in the landfill, but you also have a source that is renewable, so you can keep on producing the product that you have. So I hope that this last week is a great week. If you have any questions, please email me and I'll get back to you. Thanks.